Hello friends, welcome to Pharma English. This is RK. Today we have to discuss about carbohydrates. In this topic we discuss about what is carbohydrates and briefly discuss about the classification of the carbohydrates. Let's enter into the video. First of all, carbohydrates are the product of plant origins. It's produced in the plants and is a part of an extremely large group of naturally occurring the organic compounds. The chemically carbohydrates are defined as a optically active polyhydroxyaldehydes or ketones are the component which produces the unit of type of hydrolysis. The name of carbohydrates literally means hydrates of carbons. It is called as a carbohydrates. Next, functions. They are the most abundant dietary source of the energies. It produces a 4 calories per gram of the organisms. Carbohydrates is precursor for many organic compounds such as fats and amino acids. Carbohydrates participates in the structures of cell membranes, cell functions such as cell growth, additions, and fertilizations. For the structural components of many organisms, this includes the fibers of the plants, which is called as cellulose, exoskeletons of some insects, and the cell wall of microorganisms are made up of the carbohydrates. And then carbohydrates also serve as the storage of energies in the form of the glycogen to meet the immediate energy demand of the body. It is stored as glycogen in the animals and starch in the plants. Stored carbohydrates act as a energy source instead of proteins. They form a structural and productive components like cell wall of the plants. Next, what are the health benefits of the carbohydrates? Intaking of carbohydrates have so much of benefits. Some of them are produce the energy to the body and helps in better sleep and helps to prevent diseases, useful in control of the body weight and keep your memory power and improve it, uplift the moods, provide a fiber to the body, prevents the blood clots, improve the digestive systems, best nutrition for athletes. These are some of the benefits of taking the carbohydrates. Next, classification of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are broadly classified into three types: monosaccharides, oligosaccharides, and polysaccharides. Monosaccharides means simple sugar, which contains single unit of sugar complex, which is further divided into functional. Based on the functional group, it has a aldose, glucose, ketose, fructose. Based on the number of carbon atom, it is some of the examples as triose, glyceraldehydes, tetrose, erythrose, and ribose, etc. Oligosaccharides have 2 to 10 sugar units, which is classified as disaccharides, trisaccharides, tetrasaccharides, and pentasaccharides. Examples are maltose, lactose, sucrose, and raffinose, stacchose, and verbose. And polysaccharides. Polysaccharides means more than 10 number of sugar units, which is classified into homopolysaccharides and heteropolysaccharides. Examples of homopolysaccharides include starch, glycogen, and inulin, etc. Heteropolysaccharide examples such as hyaluronic acid, peptidoglycans, agar-agar, etc. Next, discuss about the monosaccharides. Monosaccharide carbohydrates are those carbohydrates that cannot be hydrolyzed further to give a similar unit of hydroxyaldehyde or ketone. This is the most simplest form of carbohydrates. If the monosaccharide containing a aldehyde group, it is called as a aldose. If it contains a keto group, then it is called as a ketose. Aldose, which means the functional group of the monosaccharide is aldehyde, which is structured as H C and O, H single bond C double bond O. Examples on glyceraldehyde and glucose. Ketose is a functional group, is a keto, which means C double bond O group. They are referred as a ketose. Examples dihydroxyacetone and fructose. Next one is glucose. Glucose has a molecular formula of C6H12O6 and has a 6-member ring. Glucose is represented by the open chain structures, but in solution it exists only 6-membered ring structure called pyranose form. Glucose is known as a grape sugars. Another one is fructose. Fructose has a molecular formula of C6H12O6. This is 5-member ring. The fructose exists mostly in a 5-member ring structure called as a pyranose form. Fructose is also known as a fruit sugar, and it makes a sugar in diet is fruits and vegetable. Honey is also a good source of fructose. Next one is classification of monosaccharide based on number of carbon atoms. The monosaccharide has regraded as triose, tetraose, pentose, hexose, and hepatose. Glucose is an aldohexose, while fructose is a ketohexose. Next one is oligosaccharides. Oligosaccharides mean two monosaccharides to combine to form a disaccharide. Examples of the carbohydrates having two monomers including the sucrose and maltose. Oligosaccharides are the compounded sugar that yield 2 to 10 molecules of the same or different monosaccharides on hydrolysis. Monosaccharide units are joined by the glycoside linkage. Based on the number of monosaccharides units, it is further classified as disaccharides, trisaccharides, tetrasaccharides, etc. Examples of oligosaccharides: maltose is a disaccharide which is glucose. Sucrose contain glucose plus fructose. Lactose contain glucose plus galactose. Isomaltose contains glucose plus glucose. Raffinose is a trisaccharide which contains fructose, glucose, galactose. Next one is polysaccharides. Polysaccharides is a complex carbohydrate and have two or more sugar complex. Hence, they are referred as starchy foods. In complex carbohydrates, molecules are digested and converted slowly when compared to the carbohydrates due to the complex structure forms. They are abundantly found in the beans, peanuts, potatoes, peas, corns, whole grains, etc. Polysaccharides are the complex carbohydrates formed the polymerization of large number of monomers. Examples of the polysaccharides includes the starch, glycogen, glucose, etc., which inhibits the extensive branching and monopolymerase made up of only glucose units. This is a structure of starch and glycogen and cellulose fibers. Next one is homopolysaccharide. Homopolysaccharide means a polysaccharide composed of single type of monosaccharide is called as homopolysaccharide or homoglycogen. Example for this type is starch, cellulose, glycogens, insulins. Heteropolysaccharides means polysaccharides composed of two or more different types of the monosaccharides are called as heteroglycogens or heteropolysaccharides. Example for this type are agar-agar, heparin, pectin, gum arabia, etc. Next one is differentiation between monosaccharides, disaccharides, and polysaccharides. Monosaccharides is a single sugar molecules which act as a building block of disaccharides and polysaccharides. Disaccharides are the sugar molecules composed of two monosaccharides. Polysaccharides are the carbohydrate made up of number of monosaccharides linked via the glycoside bonds. Both monosaccharides and disaccharides are water soluble, but the polysaccharides are water insoluble. Monosaccharides and disaccharides are sweet in taste, but the polysaccharides does not have sweet taste. Monosaccharides is reducing sugar. Disaccharides some are reducing sugar, but in polysaccharides no reducing carbohydrates. Monosaccharides have a single monomer. Disaccharides have a compound of monomers. Polysaccharides have a composed of large number of monomers. Monosaccharides have a simple, linear and unbranched structure, which is simple structures. Disaccharides have a simple, linear, unbranched or branched structures. Polysaccharides have a branched structures only. Monosaccharides have a single ring structure. Disaccharides have two ring structure. Polysaccharides have a many number of ring structures. Thank you. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel Pharma English. If you want any other topic, please mention it in the comment section and